back, and I hope you guys are doing great. You're welcome to see my desperate efforts of making this look like this was filmed on an entirely different day and not as the same day as the previous video. So yeah, so if you were fooled, then yeah, I got you. This is the second part of my not skincare but empties video. This is the skincare section which relates mainly to my face and my body. So the previous version was hair care and a little bit of makeup. So if you wanted to watch that, go ahead. If you haven't watched that one, go ahead and do that. It will be linked somewhere around and in the description bar below. But yeah, this is the part 2 version. This year I got a lot more conscious about my skincare. I started seeing and recognizing ingredients, shifted to chemical exfoliants, just learned a lot about my own skin and skincare in general, and also the fact that I've only mainly used skincare in these months, so I haven't really worn a lot of makeup. But skincare on the other hand, it's not something I skip anyway or any day. So yeah, that's why skincare is a lot more compared to the makeup and hair care one. So yeah, this is entirely gonna be about skin. So let's start with the thing that I mainly used on my body, so not just my face but also my entire body. So I emptied out my Vaseline body moisturizer, the lavender one. If you guys know, I've talked about it in two of my previous videos. It was in my average products video, so if you have not seen that, again check that one out. But I mentioned it, and once again, it's an average product for me. Will I repurchase it? No. One of the biggest reasons being I won't purchase that particular variant, which is the lavender one. In what world did I think that I was gonna enjoy lavender? I do not enjoy lavender smell. So yeah, if you like that one, then yeah, go ahead and pick that one because it does smell quite significantly of lavender. But yeah, that is something that I emptied out entirely and I'm done with that. The next one I'm gonna be purchasing for my body is gonna be the Nivea Cocoa Milk, this one. Yeah, I'm gonna be purchasing this one instead of anything else. So yes, I'm not really planning to purchase the Vaseline one anyway. So yeah, if you have any good suggestion of a body moisturizer, let me know. I checked the ingredients on the Nivea one and I do definitely prefer those over the Vaseline one. So yeah, that's the reason I'm choosing that over this one. The next thing is I emptied out 2 hand creams. So the first one I emptied out was by Face Shop. I got these last year actually in the Pink Friday sale or something. I don't know. I was on a hand cream thing because I was traveling a lot and I used to eat my lunch while I was traveling. So during that time I used a lot of sanitizer. I was ahead of my times, wasn't I? But yes, I used a lot of sanitizer, and after sanitizing your hands do get really dry. Even now, after washing my hands so many times, I definitely found good use of those hand creams. So my hands are really dry, my body is really dry, so that's the reason I got those. I loved both of those actually, but I wanted to compare both of these. The first one, as I mentioned, is the Face Shop one. Second one was the Nykaa Freesia and Vanilla one. Both of them were absolutely gorgeous. For smell, I definitely prefer the Nykaa one. It smelled heavenly. It smelled so strongly, I absolutely loved it. But coming to the hydration part, I definitely found that the Face Shop one lasted a lot more. For the Face Shop one, I think I picked the Cherry Blossom one. I actually used these up entirely when the lockdown started because we were sanitizing our hands so much, because you know, after washing your hands so many times, you do realize that they are getting dry. Despite how moisturizing your hand wash is, I still feel the desperate need of adding more moisture to my hands, adding more hydration to my hands. So I use those hand creams up. Do I feel like hand creams are necessary? No, they are just moisturizers packed in little tubes. So if you're wondering, are hand creams necessary, my answer would be no. Will I repurchase a hand cream? Not until I start traveling again, because they are really tiny, by the way. Let me just actually get those. Okay, so these are the hand creams. This face wash is entirely white wash, but yes, it's the Cherry Blossom one and this is the Nykaa one. For reference, it's not even as big as my hand is. It's half the size of my hand. So these are really tiny, and for 300 rupees I would definitely get a bigger bottle of moisturizer and then use it. For traveling, I do really enjoy them, but are they a necessity in my collection or are they a necessity for my skincare? I don't think so. Your moisturizer does the same job, so don't just go ahead and spend your money, get a lipstick or something in that price point. You don't need those. Next, let's talk about something that I used up on my hands and feet and everywhere else other than my face. So this guy, I have totally removed the label, but this is the Argyle Pure Face Mask by L'Oreal. It's a pretty container, so that's the reason I've still kept it. But I use that up. It is very harsh on your skin. It has shards, walnutty shards in it. So if you try to apply that on your face, you will definitely get some micro tears, and I don't think you want that on your skin. But on my body, I feel like, especially on my feet, I was fine. Even on my feet, it was feeling like it was scratching my legs. So yeah, definitely would not repurchase, definitely would not recommend. It's a physical exfoliant, but it's so bad and so harsh on your skin. This was in my project pan, and that's the first thing that I've finished entirely. In like 4 uses I was done with it because it did not contain a lot and I only used it on my body. So that's something I would have even thrown out of my collection if I wasn't able to use it, because that is how bad it is. So yeah, kept the container. It's pretty cute. Let's stay with exfoliants and let's talk about the Biotique face scrub, sugar scrub. I don't know, I will definitely write the proper name over here, but I got this on recommendation of Shreya, and she did say that it has spherical beads. I did not find that it has spherical beads. Mine definitely were not spherical, so that's the reason I feel like it's not a great product and I don't want to continue using it. It actually feels really good when you use that scrub. Like the softness your skin gets, it's really good. It even smells good, but it does not have those spherical beads that she was talking about. So maybe it could be a product discrepancy. I definitely shopped the exact one that she mentioned because she linked this one and I bought it from the link. But am I planning to buy this one? The answer is no. And also the ingredient list was so weird, and yeah, it was so weird. I don't get the hype for this one. The effect was good, but at the same time, as I mentioned, I'm not really looking into physical exfoliants a lot. I think I saw this from Susan Yara's video. Apply something to your hands and see if it hurts your hand, like if you can feel the scratchiness. If you can feel it, definitely don't apply it on your face. That would be my suggestion. If you want it, I don't think you should get it. Just stick to chemical exfoliants instead, and you will definitely get some better results with that instead of the scrub. Now that we are on exfoliants, let's talk about a chemical one. I finished my Glyco cream. This is something that my dermatologist gave me, and this was when I did not really know what she was giving me. Whatever she told me, I did it to my skin and it did work really well back then too. But it was only recently when I started learning about skincare that this is actually a glycolic acid cream. So it's 6% W/W. I don't know what that means, but it's a 6% one, and she gave it to me for my hyperpigmentation, to be specific. And after that I told her what can I do with this, and she was like, you know what, just apply it all over your face. And after that I started doing that, and after realizing this is a glycolic acid cream, I started purchasing this one as my chemical exfoliant. Chemical exfoliants are not that widely available at an affordable rate, so that's the reason I went with this one, and I already bought a new one for myself. If you can get this without a prescription, go ahead, I guess, because that means you don't really need doctor's supervision on this. But if you are planning to use this, because it's a bigger, little bit of a heavier concentration, check with your doctor or at least talk to them on your phone, see what they say. I personally have only found great results, so I alternate between my tretinoin, which I'm not going to talk about in this video because it's a prescription tretinoin. I alternate between tretinoin and my glycolic acid cream. So yeah, if you have been wanting a chemical exfoliant and you're like, it's too expensive for me to get it from a different website, from an international brand, then maybe this one will be an option. Once again, if anything happens, it's not on me. It's a glycolic acid cream. It's not gonna do a lot of damage to your skin, but especially if you're a darker skin tone person and you're going and purchasing this one, definitely check with your doctor. Glycolic acid can react differently with your melanin, and it might actually increase your hyperpigmentation if it reacts badly. So check with your doctor, then only go ahead. But yeah, this was my chemical exfoliant. This will be something I will repurchase. Next, let's talk about a cleanser. This is the Himalaya Aloe Vera face wash. I did recommend this in my how I cleanse or how I remove my makeup video, and this is the cleanser that I do recommend if you aren't planning to buy something that is more expensive. This is a good affordable option. Any other cleanser by this brand I don't really know of. This one I know does not dry out my skin. I avoid washing my face in the morning, but sometimes I feel like I need to. So that's when this comes into play. The way I use it is just apply very little and just, just to cleanse my face a little bit. If I have sweat or something, that's how I use this. At night I do not use this as my cleanser. At night I use my Aha Glow one as my cleanser, and I would definitely stick to that. This one is just a good affordable one if you are from a dry skin family, or if you have any other skin type, this will be great too because it just does not dry your skin out. If you have been wanting a recommendation for a face wash that is from a local familiar brand and that does not dry out your skin, I would definitely recommend this one. The next products are all moisturizers. So this year I probably tried a lot of moisturizers, but I'm gonna start with my Pond's one. So I first got smaller size of both of these moisturizers and I ended up using both of them, and I also repurchased them already. And then I finished one of these and again repurchased it. Let's talk about the blue one. I have it right now. So this one, I enjoyed it when I got it. The way I used this was not as a moisturizer solely. So I've never ever depended landed on this one as my only moisturizer. I've always used this as an occlusive, so like a barrier for my skin. So the first ingredient in this one is dimethicone. So dimethicone is actually an occlusive. It basically forms a barrier on your skin so you don't go through water loss. So that's why I use this. It wasn't that my moisturizer was not enough, but I had this, I wanted to use this, and the texture is so fun to play with, so that's the reason I got it. After a while I did not feel like this was a necessity, and by that time I already ordered the bigger size, which is this one. So the way I found use for it was to wear it under makeup, so I do that now. This is not a part of my skincare routine as much. Sometimes I do layer it after I'm done with my moisturizer. I apply this one, just an extra protective layer. But is it a necessity in my routine? Absolutely not. I can definitely make do without this, and once I'm done with this, I don't plan on repurchasing this one. Even as a primer, I feel like just any moisturizer will do. I don't really need this particular one. It does not do that much for my skin that I feel the need to have it in my collection. So yes, so this was the super light one. The next one is the light one. Yeah, that is actually something that I fairly enjoyed. So it does have niacinamide, and the way I use it is as a buffer moisturizer. So I used to use it as my day moisturizer, but I tried to go a little bit fragrance free, so I don't use it as my daytime moisturizer as much. But the way I use it is, if I'm done with my shower, I'm not gonna be leaving my skin just the way it is. If I'm gonna film something in like 2 hours, I still need something on my skin. So that's when the light moisturizer comes into play. If I'm getting my makeup off at 7 p.m, I'm not gonna do my nighttime skincare routine immediately, so as a buffer moisturizer, this is the one that I use. Will I be fine without this? Yes, because I don't see it being the absolute moisturizer for me. My go-to moisturizer is actually the next one that I'm going to be talking about. I just emptied out that recently, but this again is not a necessity, but if I have it, I will use it. Will I repurchase this after I already ordered it? So I'm not gonna say that I'm not gonna repurchase it. I already did, but once that thing is finished, I will see if that has a specific place in my skincare routine. I'm not gonna use this actively as my moisturizer, but once in a while as a buffer, it's fine. So the next thing is my moisturizer that I use more actively as a moisturizer, and the one that I trust in my routine. So this is the Cetaphil DailyAdvance Ultra Hydrating Lotion. This is for all skin types, and I do find that this does get absorbed into my skin really well. So if you're an oily skin person, this is actually a great one. I think you'll probably like this one. It is hypoallergenic, won't clog your pores, so non-comedogenic, non-greasy, and non-irritating. I agree with that, and I believe this is fragrance free as well. So all of that is the reason why I use this as my moisturizer. I've already repurchased this. I just placed an order yesterday. So yes, this is the one that I use. I've checked all of its ingredients and I do like all of them. There is no irritation factor in that. So yes, if you have been wanting a good simple moisturizer without any actives, without any SPF, you might want to check this one out. I think I'm done with all my skincare empties. These are the things that I've emptied out in the past maybe 6 months. I don't really remember. Physically I'm in September, mentally I'm still in March, but yeah, that is fine. I think I'm done. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, comment and subscribe. Your support means a lot to me, and I would love to have you guys throughout this journey with me. So yeah, leave down your video request if you have any, and yeah, I think that is it. Thank you so much for watching. Once again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.